Hello everybody. Well, it won't be long now before we're all hugging and rejoicing and jumping up and down the aisles at church and dancing on the stage. COVID will be over. It will not be long. So we're looking forward to that. I would love to share with you something today that I have so enjoyed when reading my Bible in this last week. And I have to say it's one of the most exciting set of scriptures, and that has really informed me, encouraged me, strengthened me, comforted me over the many years of being a Christian. In August this year, I will be a Christian 50 years. So when I was reading this over the week, I began to reflect on some of the things that God had delivered me from and protected me from. The whole psalm's fantastic, but let's start at verse 28. And it says, "You, Lord, keep my lamp burning. My God turns my darkness into light." And isn't it nice to know that God helps us keep our light burning? Because there's a lot of times when we think our lamp might be going out or be a little dimmed, but He breathes on us afresh and makes our fire start to burn again. So that's been a very comforting scripture at times. My God turns my darkness into light. And there's a lot of times we're blind as bats to what God is doing and saying, and we are blind, and then the lights turn on and suddenly we see His purposes. We see what His plans are. We see the way He would deal with things, and He blesses us. So then the next one, it says, "With your help I can advance against a troop." When I looked at the meaning of troop, it's a barrier, and it can be a human barrier or it can be a wall. So with God, we can advance through barriers. We can overcome barriers. Like David, when he saw Goliath, he ran toward Goliath. God enabled him to advance against a troop. And then it says, "With my God, I can scale a wall." And I thought of Jonathan and his armor bearer. He actually scaled a wall. Have you ever tried to scale a wall? That's quite a challenge. But empowered by God, he scaled that wall. And I believe, looking back and reflecting my life, I could see there had been a few walls, and He had enabled me to scale them. As for God, His way is perfect. The Lord's word is flawless. He shields all who take refuge in Him. This word is flawless. It's perfect. It is without fault. It's clean. It endures forever. It's purifying. It's renewing. It's transforming. And He shields all who take refuge in Him. How many times have you bundled underneath the wings of the Father? How many times have you run into the throne room and hidden underneath the chair, the throne? How many times have you sat on His knee and run helter-skelter for protection and refuge? For who is God beside the Lord, and who is the rock except our God? Now, this is one of the scriptures here that has literally built me up in God many times. It is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure. Many times I've felt insecure, and I would read that and realize that there was a mighty, powerful God looking after my security issues. And then it says, "He makes my feet like the feet of a deer." That means that we have special feet. They're not just ordinary feet. They're feet that can stand on the heights. This means that the feet of a deer have been beautifully crafted so that they can stand on craggy, rocky, high mountains. They can negotiate very difficult and sticky situations. So He's telling me here, with this parable story type thing, He's telling me here that He has made my feet as specialized as the feet of a deer that can negotiate incredibly difficult high situations, where one slip and you might fall drastically down the mountain. But He actually can make my feet spiritually. He will enable me to negotiate very tricky, detailed, difficult situations where it could get very complicated. And that's where He offers enormous help. He causes me to stand on the heights. So it's not only just the attention on our special feet, but he also allows us to have his view from a great height. I don't know if you've walked along the ground and looked at something, and then when you stand up or up on the balcony somewhere and look down, it looks so small. So God takes us to the heights to see things from his view and his perspective. And no longer is it overwhelming. I don't know if you've ever been to Montville, where there's a cafe there that you can sit and look out on this incredible view of all the fields and the hills. You can almost see to the sea. And the view is fascinating. It is beautiful. So I love here, he actually enables us to stand on the heights and see things from a God perspective. He trains my hands for battle. My arms can bend above bronze. It gives me victory. He helps me to overcome and to rise and to become a conqueror. When I have read these scriptures, when I have felt so not like a conqueror, I have felt so not like somebody who could stand on the heights. But when I read this and faith comes into my heart, I suddenly realize I've got God on my side. So you make your saving help my shield, and your right hand sustains me. Your help has made me great. Well, David could easily say that. He was a king. Now, this is the last one. I mean, the whole psalm is brilliant. But this scripture says, you provide a broad path for my feet so that my ankles don't give way. And I don't know about you, but as you get older, you actually have to watch where you walk a lot more than when you were younger. When I went to Nepal, the ground is so uneven. I had to focus constantly on where I was walking, lest I slip, lest I break an ankle, lest I trip and fall and have trouble. But God says here, that's in the spiritual realm, he's made a path for my feet where I won't strike my foot against a stone. I will not stumble and fall. It's a clear pathway where I can walk strongly along the path that he has designed. I hope you enjoyed those scriptures, because even sharing them here today, I relish them. They are in my Hall of Fame, these scriptures, because they have definitely fed me at the right time. They have stopped me thinking negative things at the right time. And they've helped me leap over a wall. So thank you.